What happens if you stop sleeping? Not, I stayed up late watching one more episode. Not, I accidentally scrolled TikTok until birds started singing. I mean, what actually happens when sleep starts disappearing from your life? Most people think sleep is just a break. Like your body says, good job existing today, time to power down. But sleep isn't a break, it's maintenance. It's your brain's cleaning crew, your memory department, your emotional support team, your repair technician. And if you keep skipping it, things get weird, really weird. At first, you just feel tired. Then you forget why you entered rooms. Then you reread the same sentence 17 times. Then suddenly, you're arguing with a ketchup bottle because it looked at you funny. Sleep deprivation doesn't arrive like a disaster movie. It arrives like a ninja, quiet, slow, and somehow steals your intelligence one tiny piece at a time. And the worst part? Most of us volunteer for it every night. We say things like, I'll sleep after this video. I'll sleep after checking Instagram. I'll sleep after replying to one message. Then somehow it's 2:47 a.m., because obviously your future self loves operating on 3 hours of sleep. Nothing says success like forgetting your own password 12 times before breakfast. Before we continue, subscribe. Not because I need validation. Definitely not. But because if you're watching a video about sleep while exhausted, you're exactly the kind of person who forgets to subscribe and then spends 20 minutes trying to find the channel later. So subscribe now. Then let's discover why your brain turns into expired yogurt when sleep disappears. Here's the problem. Modern life is built to destroy sleep. Every screen glows. Every app screams for attention. Every notification acts like it's delivering world-changing news. And somehow the news is, someone liked your photo. Amazing. Civilization saved. Humans evolved for darkness, for predictable rhythms, for nights that actually looked like night. But now, we're blasting our eyeballs with artificial sunlight at midnight. Then we wonder why we can't sleep. That's like drinking 6 coffees and asking why you're vibrating. Sleep deprivation attacks everything. Memory, focus, decision-making, mood, energy, health, even your appetite. Lack of sleep can increase hunger and cravings, which explains why exhausted people suddenly believe eating an entire pizza is a reasonable life strategy. Your tired brain isn't trying to help, it's trying to survive. And survival mode loves sugar, fat, convenience, anything fast, anything easy, anything that doesn't require thinking, because apparently sleep-deprived decision-making is just letting a raccoon manage your life. Here's the main idea. Sleep isn't wasted time. Sleep creates productive time. Read that again. Most people sacrifice sleep to get more hours, then spend those extra hours functioning at half capacity. That's like removing 3 wheels from your car to make it lighter. Technically, you changed something, not intelligently. Think of sleep as an investment. Every hour you sleep properly gives you better focus tomorrow, better decisions, better memory, better emotional control, better energy. Skip sleep long enough and everything becomes harder. Fitness becomes harder, work becomes harder, learning becomes harder, relationships become harder, life becomes harder. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is consistency. And in the next section, we're building a night routine so simple that even the version of you currently watching at 1:43 a.m. can actually follow it.
Let's talk about the biggest lie people tell themselves at night. I'm going to sleep soon. No, you're not. You're going to check 1 notification, which becomes 3 notifications, which becomes a video, which becomes an article, which becomes a completely unnecessary deep dive into why medieval knights sometimes fought snails in artwork, and suddenly it's 2 a.m. Again. The problem isn't that you're bad at sleeping, the problem is that you're excellent at delaying sleep. There's a difference. Most people treat bedtime like an optional suggestion, like terms and conditions. You see it, you acknowledge it exists, then you ignore it completely. Sleep doesn't start when you close your eyes. Sleep starts an hour before you get into bed. That's where most people lose the battle. The goal of a night routine isn't perfection, it's reducing friction. Think about it. If your brain spends the last hour before bed consuming bright screens, emotional videos, stressful emails, breaking news, and online arguments, why would it suddenly become calm? That's like flooring the gas pedal and expecting the car to stop instantly. Your brain needs a runway, a landing strip, a transition, a signal that the day is ending. And no, scrolling while lying horizontally does not count as resting. You're not resting, you're just tired in a different position. Let's build the simplest night routine possible. Step 1. Choose a consistent sleep time. Not a perfect sleep time, a realistic one. If you've been sleeping at 2 a.m. every night, don't suddenly decide you're becoming a 9 p.m. monk. Your body will laugh at you. Start realistic. Step 2. Create a screens down moment. Even 30 minutes helps. The phone isn't evil. The problem is that it never runs out of things to show you. Social media has an unlimited supply of reasons not to sleep, and somehow every one of them feels urgent, especially at midnight, because apparently your brain thinks learning random celebrity drama at 1:17 a.m. is essential for survival. Step 3. Dim the lights. Your brain pays attention to light. It's one of the strongest sleep signals you have. Bright room? Brain says it's daytime. Dim room? Brain says maybe we should prepare for sleep. Simple. Step 4. Do something boring. Read, stretch, journal. Organize tomorrow. Nothing exciting. The goal isn't entertainment. The goal is becoming sleepy. You know you're doing it right when your brain starts negotiating. Maybe we should check the phone again. No, that's exactly what got us here. And here's where things get funny. People will spend hundreds of dollars trying to improve energy, supplements, energy drinks, fancy productivity systems, but won't protect the one thing that actually produces energy: sleep. That's like pouring water into a bucket with a giant hole. You're solving the wrong problem. Night routine scorecard. Sleep time? Easy. Dim lights? Easy. No screens for 30 minutes? Medium. Read or stretch? Easy. Avoid doom scrolling? Apparently impossible, because somehow fighting a dragon sounds easier than putting your phone down voluntarily. Simple night routine checklist. Same bedtime most nights, screens off 30 minutes before bed, dim lights, prepare tomorrow's essentials, read or stretch, sleep. That's it. Not 27 steps, not a productivity ritual requiring 3 journals and a Himalayan crystal, just simple consistency. Now, here's the part most people miss. Good sleep starts during the day, not at night. During the day. You can't spend 16 hours sabotaging yourself and expect 8 magical hours to fix everything. That's not how this works. Sleep is a full-day process, which means your daytime habits matter. A lot. Let's start with sunlight. Your brain loves sunlight. Natural light helps regulate your internal clock. It's one of the strongest signals for when you should be awake and when you should be asleep later. Yet many people spend their mornings like cave creatures. Wake up, close curtains, stare at screens, avoid sunlight completely, then wonder why sleep feels weird. Your brain asks, "Are we awake?" You answer, "I don't know." Your brain asks, "What time is it?" You answer, "No clue." Your brain responds, "Excellent. Chaos it is." Get outside, even briefly. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You don't need to become a wilderness explorer. Just let your eyes experience actual daylight. Your sleep later will thank you. Next, movement. Exercise helps. You don't need Olympic training. You don't need six-pack abs. You don't need motivational music playing while running up mountains. Just move. Walk, stretch, train, dance badly in your kitchen. Anything counts. Movement creates healthy sleep pressure, the kind that helps you fall asleep later. Then there's caffeine, the sacred liquid of modern civilization. Coffee isn't the enemy, but timing matters. Many people drink caffeine late in the day, then lie awake at night wondering what's happening. What's happening? You're conducting a science experiment.
The experiment is called Can Stimulants Keep Me Awake? And the results keep coming back. Yes, yes they can. Let's talk naps. Naps can help, but naps can also become tiny sleep thieves. A 20-minute nap? Great. A 3-hour accidental coma at 6 p.m.? Problematic. That's not a nap, that's tomorrow arriving early. And then we have stress, one of sleep's greatest enemies. You know the feeling. You get into bed, everything is peaceful, everything is quiet, and suddenly your brain opens 47 tabs. Every mistake you've ever made, every awkward conversation, every future problem, every imaginary disaster, all loading simultaneously. Amazing timing. Brain says, remember that embarrassing thing from 7 years ago? You say, no. Brain says, well now you do. That's why brain dumps work. Write things down. Get them out of your head. Your bed is for sleeping, not hosting emergency board meetings. Daytime protection checklist. Get morning sunlight, move your body daily, limit late caffeine, keep naps short, write down worries before bed, protect sleep like it's important, because it is. And in the next section, we're going deeper. We're exposing the advanced traps that quietly destroy sleep without people realizing it. The habits that seem harmless until they steal your energy one night at a time. And trust me, you're probably doing at least 3 of them right now.
Now let's talk about the traps. Not the obvious ones, the sneaky ones. The habits that quietly destroy sleep while pretending to be harmless. The habits that make you say, I don't know why I'm tired, even though the evidence is standing right behind you holding a giant neon sign. Trap number 1, the revenge bedtime trap. This is when you've had a long day. Work, school, responsibilities, stress, and finally, the day belongs to you. At least that's what you tell yourself. So instead of sleeping, you stay awake. Not because you need to, because you want your freedom back. And honestly, it feels good. For about 30 minutes. Then suddenly it's 2 a.m., and now tomorrow has stolen today's freedom too. Trap number 2, weekend sleep hero. This person sleeps 5 hours Monday through Friday, then attempts to repair everything by sleeping until noon Saturday. Unfortunately, your body isn't a broken phone battery. You can't simply plug it in for 12 hours and expect everything to reset. Consistency wins, not heroic recovery missions. Trap number 3, the I'm fine illusion. Sleep deprivation is strange. The more tired you become, the worse you get at recognizing how tired you are. It's like being your own unreliable narrator. You think you're operating at 90%, reality says 60%. Your brain says everything's okay. Your performance says, respectfully, no. Trap number 4, the productivity trap. Some people wear sleep deprivation like a trophy. They brag about sleeping 4 hours like exhaustion is an achievement. Imagine bragging, I never charge my phone. Nobody would be impressed. They'd be concerned. The goal isn't sleeping less. The goal is doing more while awake, and sleep is what makes that possible. Trap number 5, the one more episode curse. We've all met this villain. Some of us live with this villain. Some of us are this villain. The episode ends. You should sleep. The next episode begins. You suddenly become powerless, like a moth approaching a lamp, and before you know it, sleep loses again.